we present The Cherry Orchard, a comedy by Anton Chekhov, translated from the Russian by Richard Cottrell, with Gwen Franklin Davis, Kenneth Haig, Anna Massey, Robert Harris, Sinead Cusack, Terry Scully, and Patricia Routledge. The action of the play takes place on the estate of Madame Ranevskaya in provincial Russia around the turn of the century.
Oh, the train's arrived, thank God. What time is it, Dunyasha?
2 in the morning, but it's light already.
How late was the train? 2 hours at least. Oh, I'm a good one. A right idiot. I came here on purpose to meet them at the station, and I suddenly fell asleep. You ought to have woken me.
I thought you'd gone. There! I think they're coming already.
No, they'll have to get the luggage and so on. Lyubov Andreevna has been living abroad for 5 years. I don't know what she'll be like now. She's a good person. A simple, easy person. You know, I remember when I was a lad of 15, my father, he's dead now, but he had a shop in the village then, struck me in the face with his fist. My nose bled. We'd come to the courtyard for something or other. He was drunk. Lyubov Andreevna, I remember as if it were yesterday. I was so young, so slender. She brought me to the washstand here in this very room, the nursery. Don't cry, little peasant, she said. It will be better by your wedding day. Little peasant. My father was a peasant, it's true. But here I am in a white waistcoat, yellow shoes, pig in the middle. Of course, I'm rich, with a lot of money. But if you think about it and weigh it all up, then once a peasant, always a peasant. I've been reading this book, and I didn't understand a word. I read it and fell asleep.
Dogs haven't slept all night. They smell their masters coming.
What's the matter with you, Dunyasha?
My hands are trembling. I'm going to faint.
You know, you try to be too refined. That's your trouble, my girl. And you dress like a lady, and your hair, too. I want to remember your place.
The gardener sent these flowers, Dunyasha. He says to put them in the dining room.
Yes.
And bring me some kvass, Dunyasha.
Very well.
There's a morning frost just now. 3 degrees of it. But the cherry trees are all in bloom. I can't approve of our climate. Our climate's contributions are not seasonal. Permit me to adumbrate, Yermol Alexeyevich. I bought these boots the day before yesterday, and I assure you they lack possibilities. With what should I lubricate them?
Go away, you bore me.
Some misfortune or other befalls me every day. I don't complain, though. I'm accustomed to it, and even smile about it.
Your kvass.
I'm going. There, you see, excuse the expression. What a circumstance. It is simply remarkable.
I must confess, Yermol Alexeyevich, Epihodov has proposed to me.
Oh.
I really don't know what. He's a quiet man, but sometimes when he starts talking, you don't understand a thing. It's good and sensitive, but incomprehensible. I think I like him. He loves me madly. He's an unlucky man. Every day something or other happens to him. They've nicknamed him 22 misfortunes here.
I think they're coming.
They're coming? Oh, what's the matter with me?
Yes, they're really coming. Well, let's go out and meet them. Will she recognize me? It's 5 years since we've seen each other.
I shall drop this minute. I shall drop. Let's go through here. Do you remember, Mamma, what room this is?
The nursery. How cold it is. Oh, my hands are numb.
The nursery, my darling, wonderful room. I used to sleep here when I was a little girl. Oh, I'm behaving like a little girl still. And Varya looks just the same, like a nun. And I recognize Dunyasha.
Your rooms, the white one and the violet, have stayed just the same, Mama.
The train was 2 hours late. Well, what sort of organization is that?
Woof, woof. My dog eats nuts, too.
Oh, just think of that.
We've become tired of waiting. I didn't sleep for 4 nights on the way. Now I'm frozen. You went away in Lent. Then there was snow, there was frost. But now... Oh, my darling. Oh, we've become tired of waiting for you, my joy, dearie. I must tell you at once. I can't wait another minute.
Something or other again.
Effie Hodov, the clerk, proposed to me after Holy Week.
Always the same thing with you.
I really don't know what to think. He loves me. He loves me so.
My room. My window. It's as if I hadn't been away. I'm home. Tomorrow, I'll get up. I'll run into the orchard. Oh, if only I could have got to sleep. I hadn't slept the whole journey. The worries exhausted me.
Pyotr Sergeyevich arrived the day before yesterday.
Pyotr?
He's asleep in the bathhouse. He's living there. I'm afraid to embarrass them, he said. I ought to have woken him, but Varvara Mikhailovna told me not to. Don't you wake him, she said.
Dunyasha, coffee, quickly. Mama's asking for coffee.
This minute.
Thank God you've all come back. Anya, you're home again. My darling's come back. My beautiful's come back.
I suffered a lot.
I can imagine.
I went away in Holy Week. It was cold then. And Charlotte talked all the way. She kept on performing tricks. What did you attach Charlotte to me for?
But it was impossible for you to go alone, darling, at 17.
We arrived in Paris. It was cold there, snowing. I spoke awful French. Mama was living on the 5th floor. When I arrived, there were some French people there. Ladies. An old priest with a book. It was smoky, uncomfortable. I was suddenly sorry for Mama. So sorry that I took her head in my arms and hugged her to me and couldn't let go. And then Mama hugged me and she cried.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
She had already sold her villa near Monton. There was nothing left. Nothing. I didn't have a kopeck left either. We'd hardly arrived. And Mama didn't understand. At the station restaurants, she ordered the most expensive things on the menu and then tipped the waiters a whole ruble each. And Charlotte, too. And Yasha ordered a la carte as well. It was simply awful. Yasha's Mama's footman. We brought him back.
I've seen the wretch.
Well, then, how is everything? Have we paid the interest?
How could we have?
Oh, my God, my God.
In August, the estate will be sold.
My God.
Yamalai Alexei. I'd like to give him a...
Oh, Varya. Has he proposed? But look, he loves you. What are the two of you waiting for?
I really think nothing will come of it between us. He's so busy, he has no time for me. And he doesn't take any notice of me. I'm done with him. It's painful for me to see him. Oh, everyone talks about our wedding. Everyone congratulates me. But, in fact, there's nothing. Everything's like a dream. Oh, you have a brooch like a bee.
Mama bought it. And in Paris, I went up in a balloon.
My darling's come back. My beautiful's come back.
The coffee.
Thank you, Dunyasha. I go about the housekeeping all day, dearest, and I dream about everything. You will marry a rich man, and then I shall be at peace. I'll go to a convent, then to Kiev, to Moscow, and from holy place to holy place I'll go on and on. How wonderful.
The birds are singing in the orchard. What time is it?
It must be 3. Time for you to sleep, darling. How wonderful.
Is it permitted to go through here?
I hardly recognize you, Yasha. How you've grown abroad.
And who are you?
When you went away, I was so high. Dunyasha, Fyodor Kozoidov's daughter. Don't you remember?
A little peach.
What is it, Mom?
I'm Kozoidov's daughter.
Good luck.
Mama ought to be warned that Pieter's here.
I've given orders not to wake him.
Father died 6 years ago. Within a month, Brother Grisha was drowned in the river. Such a beautiful little boy. Only 7. Mama couldn't bear it. She went away without looking back. Oh, how I understand her. If only she knew. And Pieter Trofimov was Grisha's tutor. He might remind her.
Mistress will take her coffee in here. Is the coffee ready? You, where's the cream?
Oh my God!
Oh, you're an old idiot. She's come back from Paris, and the master went to Paris sometimes by coach.
What are you saying, Pierce?
What can I get you? My lady's come back at last. Now I can die.
How does it go? Let me think. White into the corner, Cameron into the middle.
I put a spin in the corner. Oh, we used to sleep here in this very room, sister. And now I'm already 51. How strange that is.
Oh, yes, time passes.
What?
I said time passes.
What a smell of patchouli in here.
I'm going to bed. Good night, Mama.
My darling, my baby. Oh, are you happy to be home? I can't get used to it.
Good night, Uncle.
How like your mother you are. God be with you. You were just like her at her age, Luba.
She's very tired.
It's certainly a long journey.
Well then, gentlemen, it's 3 o'clock. Time to go.
You're exactly the same, Varya. I'll drink my coffee and then we'll all go.
Cushion for your feet, my lady. Cushion.
Oh, thank you. I've got used to coffee. I drink it day and night. Thank you, dear old friend.
I must go and see they brought in all the luggage.
Oh, is it really me sitting here? I want to rush about and wave my hands. I feel as if I'm dreaming. God knows I love my country. I love it tenderly. I couldn't look out of the carriage without crying. Oh, but I must drink my coffee. Thank you, Pierce. Thank you, dear old friend. I'm so happy to know you're still alive.
The day before yesterday.
His hearing's bad. Presently, at 5 this morning, I must go to Kharkov. What a nuisance. I wanted to look at you, to talk to you. You're as wonderful as ever.
She's even better in those Paris clothes. Oh, I'd make a fool of myself if I had the chance.
Your brother, Leonid Andreevich here, says I'm a parvenu, but it's absolutely all the same to me. Let him talk. I only want you to trust me as before, for your astonishing, moving eyes to look at me as before. Ha! Merciful God. My father was a serf of your father's and your grandfather's, but you have done so much for me in the past. I have forgotten everything and love you as my own, more than my own.
Oh, I can't keep still. I simply can't. Oh, this happiness, it's too much. Oh, I know I'm absurd. Laugh at me. Oh, my own bookcase. Oh, my dear little table.
Nanny died while you were away.
Yes, God rest her soul. They wrote and told me.
And Anastasia is dead.
Oh.
Petrushka Kosoy left me. He's in service with the inspector of police in town.
My daughter, Dashenka, sends her compliments.
Yes, well, I'd like to tell you something very pleasant and cheerful. But I must go now. There's just no time to talk. But, well, I can say it in a few words. You already know your cherry orchard is to be sold to pay your debts. The date of the auction is August 22nd. But don't worry yourself, my dear. Sleep in peace. There is a way out. This is my plan. I beg you to listen. Your estate is only 13 miles from the town, right by the railway. And if the cherry orchard and the land by the river were split up into lots and then leased for summer houses, then you'd have an income of at least 25,000 a year.
Forgive me. What rubbish.
I don't quite understand you, Ermolai Alexeyevich.
You will charge the summer residents of at least 25 rubles a year per acre. And if you'll only advertise it now, then I guarantee what you like that by the autumn you won't have a single plot of land left free. They'll take up everything. In short, I congratulate you. You're saved. The river's wide. It's a wonderful sight. Only, of course, it'll have to be cleared, all the old building pulled down, this house, which was fit for nothing now anyway, the cherry orchard cut down.
Cut down? Oh, my dear, forgive me, but you don't understand anything. If there's one thing that's interesting, even remarkable in the whole district, it is our cherry orchard.
The only remarkable thing about the cherry orchard is that it's very big. The cherry trees bear fruit every other year, and then there's nowhere to put them. Nobody will buy them.
The cherry orchard is mentioned in the encyclopedia.
If we don't think of something and do it, then on August the 22nd, both the cherry orchard and the estate will be sold by auction. Well, make up your minds then. There's no other way out, I swear to you, absolutely none.
In the old days, 45 years ago, they dried the cherries, soaked them, marinated them, made jam of them, and they used to...
Oh, be quiet, Fierce.
And they used to send dried cherries in cartloads to Moscow and Kharkov. There was money. The cherries were soft and juicy, sweet, fragrant. They knew the recipe.
And where is the recipe now?
Forgotten. No one remembers. What was Paris like, eh? Did you eat frogs?
I had crocodile.
Just think of that.
Till recently, there were only the gentry and peasants in the country, but now there are also summer visitors. All the towns, even the smallest, are surrounded by summer houses now. And one can say that in 20 years, these summer visitors will increase surprisingly. Now, they only drink tea on their balconies, but it could surely happen that they will cultivate their own plots of land. And then your cherry orchard will become happy, rich, splendid.
Oh, what rubbish.
There are 2 telegrams for you in the bookcase, Mamma. Here they are.
They're from Paris. I finished with Paris.
Do you know, Lyuba, how old that bookcase is? Last week I opened the lower drawer and I saw figures burnt there. That bookcase was made exactly 100 years ago. What about that, eh? Perhaps we should celebrate the centenary. An inanimate object, but nevertheless a bookcase.
100 years? Oh, just think of that.
Yes, this object, dear, most honored bookcase, I salute your existence, which has for a century been directed to the bright ideals of goodness and justice. Your silent call to fruitful work has not weakened for 100 years, maintaining through generations of our family goodness a belief in a better future, and instilling in us an ideal of goodness and social conscience.
Yes.
You're exactly the same, Leonie.
Cannon into the side pocket. I popped the red.
Well, it's time for me to go.
Lyubov Andreevna, it is time for your medicine. Perhaps you will take your pills now.
Oh, you ought not to take pills, dearest lady. There's no harm in them, but no good either. Please give them to me, most honoured lady.
Oh,
There.
oh, you've gone mad.
I've taken them all.
What a glutton.
His Honour was here at Easter and ate up half a bucket of cucumber.
What's the matter with him?
He's been muttering for 3 years now. We've got used to it.
It's old age.
It is time for my bed.
Oh, forgive me, Charlotta Ivanovna. I haven't been able to greet you yet. Give me a hand.
If you're allowed to kiss my hand, then you'll want to kiss my elbow, then my shoulder.
I've no luck today. Charlotta Ivanovna, do a trick for us.
Yes, Charlotte, do a trick for me. I don't want to. I want to go to bed.
Well, we'll see each other in 3 weeks. Now, goodbye. I must go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't want to go. Now, if you make up your mind about the summer houses, then let me know and I'll raise a loan of 25,000. Now, think about it seriously.
Are you going or not?
I'm going.
Boor. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Varya is engaged to him. He's Varya's little fiancé.
That's not necessary, Uncle.
But, Varya, I would be very happy. Oh, he's a good man.
One must say, in truth, he's a most worthy man. And my Dashenka says also that, she says all sorts of things. But still, most honoured lady, do loan me 240 rubles to pay the mortgage interest tomorrow.
No.
Oh, I've no money, really.
I'll find it. I never lose hope. You know? There. I think everything's lost, ruined, and lo and behold, the railway comes across my land, and they pay me. So there, you see, something will turn up, if not today, tomorrow. Dashenka will win 200,000. She has a lottery ticket.
I've drunk my coffee, and now we can go to bed.
Anya's asleep. The sun's up already. It's not cold. Look, Mamma dear. What wonderful trees. Oh, my God, the air. The starlings are singing.
The orchard is all white. You haven't forgotten, Luba. There, the long avenue goes on and on, like a belt stretched out. It glitters on a moonlit night. Do you remember? You haven't forgotten.
Oh, my childhood, my innocence. I used to sleep in this room. I used to look out from here at the orchard. Happiness and I woke each morning together, and then it was exactly as it is now. Nothing's changed. Oh, white. Oh, my orchard after the dark autumn rain and the cold winter. You're young again. You're full of happiness. The holy angels have not deserted you. Oh, if only I could shake off this heaviness from my heart. If only I could forget my past.
Yes, and I will sell the orchard to pay our debts. How strange it is.
Look, Mamma's going through the orchard. Look, in a white dress. It's her.
Where?
God bless you, Mamma.
Oh, there's no one there. It only looked like it. To the right, at the turning to the summer house, there's a little white tree that bends over and looks just like a woman. Oh, what a marvelous orchard. White masses of blossom and a blue sky. Oh.
Lyubov Andreevna.
Oh,
I'll only greet you and then go at once. I was ordered to wait till morning, but I ran out of patience.
This is Pyotr Trofimov.
Pyotr Trofimov? I used to be your Grecia's tutor.
Oh, my Grisha.
Have I really changed so much?
My Grisha. My little boy, Grisha, my son. Oh.
That's enough. That's enough.
There's nothing to be done, Mamma. The will of God.
There.
My little boy's dead, drowned. Why, my friend? Oh, Anya's asleep, and I'm talking so loudly, making such a noise. But tell me, Petya, why have you grown so ugly? Why have you grown so old?
An old woman in the train called me the shabby gentleman.
You were just a boy, a nice little student, and now your hair is thin and you wear spectacles. Are you really still a student?
I suppose I shall be a student always.
Oh, well, now let's go to bed.
That means we shall all go. Oh, my gout. I shall stay here. Lyubov Andreevna, dear heart, tomorrow morning I must have 240 rubles.
There he goes again.
240 rubles to pay the interest on the mortgage.
I've no money, my dear.
I'll give it back, dear. It's a trifling sum.
Very well. Leonid will give it to you. You give it to him, Leonid.
I give it to him. Not likely.
What can we do? Give it to him. He needs it. He'll pay it back.
My sister hasn't lost the habit of squandering money. Go away, you ladies' man. You smell of the farmyard.
And you're exactly as you were, Leonid Andreevich.
What? What did he say?
Yasha, your mother has come from the village. She's been sitting in the servants' hall since last night, waiting to see you.
What a bore.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
It's quite unnecessary. She could have come tomorrow.
Mamma is just the same as she was. She hasn't changed at all. If she could, she'd give everything away.
Yes. If very many cures are suggested for some illness, it means the illness is incurable, I think. I rack my brains. I've found many cures, very many, which means, in effect, there are none. It would be nice to receive an inheritance from someone or other, or to marry Anya to a rich man, or to go to Yaroslavl and try our luck with our aunt, the Countess. Well, Aunt is very, very rich.
If only God would help us.
Oh, don't blubber. Aunt is very rich, but she doesn't like us. In the first place, my sister married a barrister, not a gentleman. She married someone not a gentleman, and you can't say her behavior has been very virtuous. She's a fine, good, sweet woman, and I love her very much. But however much you excuse her, you've got to admit she's immoral. It shows in everything she does.
Anya's standing in the doorway.
What? Oh, it's funny, I've got something in my right eye. And on Thursday, when I was at the district court...
Why aren't you asleep, Anya?
I can't get to sleep.
Oh, my little girl. My child. You're not my niece. You're my angel. You're everything to me. Believe me.
I believe you, Uncle. Everyone loves you and respects you. Dearest Uncle, you must be quiet. Just be quiet. What were you saying just now about my mother, about your own sister? Why did you say it?
Yes. It's really appalling, my God. God help me. And that speech I made in front of the bookcase. So stupid. And I only realized it was stupid when I'd finished.
It's true, Uncle dear. You ought to be quiet. Be quiet. That's all.
Yes, I will be quiet. But this is about business. On Thursday, I was at the district court, and a party of us met and began talking about this and that, 20 to the dozen, and it seems it might be possible to arrange a loan on the promissory note to pay the interest at the bank.
If only God would help.
Yes. Well, I'll go and talk about it again on Tuesday. Your mother will talk to Lopakhin. He certainly won't refuse her, Varya. And you, Anya, when you're rested, will go to Yaroslava, to the Countess. You know, your great aunt. So we'll proceed in 3 directions. And it's in the bag. We will pay the interest. I am convinced of it. On my honor, on anything you like, the estate will not be sold. Here's my hand on it. Call me worthless and dishonorable if I allow the auction to take place. I swear it with all my being.
Oh, how good you are, Uncle. How clever. I'm calm now. I'm calm. I'm happy.
You little fish. You're taking Providence. Are you never going to bed?
Now. You go away, Fierce. I can undress myself all right. Well, children, bedtime. Details tomorrow, but now, sleep. I'm a man of the 80s. It's not a much commended time, but nevertheless, I can say I've suffered quite a lot for my convictions. It's not without reason that the peasants love me. One must know the peasants. One must know how to...
Uncle, you're off again.
Be quiet, Uncle dear.
I'm coming. Now, you two go to bed. I'm off into the center. I pop the white.
I'm calm now. I don't want to go to Yaroslava. I don't like Great Aunt. But I'm calm nonetheless. Thanks to Uncle.
We must go to bed. There was some unpleasantness here while you were away. Some of the old servants live in the old servants' hall, as you know. Yefimushka, Polya, Yestignie, and yes, Karp. They took to letting all sorts of rogues spend the night there. I kept quiet. Only then I heard they'd spread the rumour that I'd ordered they should have only dried peas to eat. From meanness, you see. And it was all Yestignie. All right, I thought. If that's how it is, then you wait. I sent for Yestignie. Oh, he comes in. What's this, Yestignie, I say? You're a fool. Anichka? Oh. She's asleep. Let's go to bed. Let's go. My darling's asleep. Let's go.
Anya!
She's asleep. Sleep. Let's go, Anya, dear.
I'm so tired. So bad. Uncle. Yeah, Uncle and Mama.
Let's go, darling. Let's go.
My son. My spring.
I do not have a real birth certificate. I don't know how old I am. But it seems to me that I am very young. When I was a little girl, my father and mother went to fairs and gave performances, very good ones. And I used to do the dive of death and all sorts of tricks. And when Papa and Mama died, a German lady took me and began teaching me. Then I grew up, and then I became a governess. But where I come from and who I am, I don't know. Who my parents were, perhaps they weren't married, I don't know. I know nothing. One would like to talk, but there's no one with whom. I have no one.
What is this noisy world to me? What care I for friend or foe?
Oh, how pleasant it is to play the mandolin.
It's a guitar, not a mandolin.
For a madman who's in love, this is a mandolin.
If but the heart were warm with heat of mutual love. If but the heart were warm.
Oh, these people sing horribly, too. What Chekhov?
Still, Yasha, what happiness to travel abroad.
Yes, certainly. I can't but agree with you.
Abroad, everything reached a full stage of development a long time ago.
Of course.
I am an intelligent man. I read diverse and unusual books, but I cannot understand which direction, whether to live or shoot myself, I particularly want, from a practical point of view. But nevertheless, I always carry a revolver on me. Here it is.
Oh, you're a very clever man, Yepihodov, and very frightening. The women must love you madly. These clever people are all so stupid I can't talk to them. I'm all alone. Alone. I have no one. And who I am, why I am, is unknown.
From a practical point of view, not touching on other subjects by the way, my self-evaluation is that fate treats me without pity, like a storm does a small boat. But, suppose I'm mistaken. Then why did I wake up this morning and see a fearfully majestic spider on my chest? Huh? And again, if I pick up a glass of kvass to drink, there, you see, is something highly indecent, like a black beetle inside. Have you read Buckle? I'd like to trouble you, Avdotya Idorovna, with a couple of words.
Yes.
I should prefer to speak to you in private.
Very well. But first, just bring me my shawl. It's by the cupboard. It's a bit damp here.
Oh, very well. I'll get it. Now I know what to do with my revolver.
22 misfortunes. Between ourselves, he's a silly man.
God grant he doesn't shoot himself. I've become so anxious. I worry about everything. They brought me to the mistress when I was still a little girl. I've got out of the way of a simple life, and my hands are white as white, like a lady's. I've become so delicate, so fastidious, so honourable, that I'm afraid of everything. It's so terrible. And if you're deceiving me, Yasha, I don't know what'll happen to my nerves.
Little peach. Certainly a girl ought to remember who she is. What I like least of all are girls who don't know their place.
I love you passionately. Oh, you are educated. You can argue about everything.
Yes. To my mind, it's like this. If a girl loves someone, that means she's immoral. It's pleasant to smoke a cigar out in the open air. They're coming this way.
Oh.
It's the mistress. Go home as if you've been to the river to bathe. Go by the path, or else they'll meet you and think we've been keeping company. I couldn't bear that.
I'm getting a headache from your cigar.
It must be decided definitely. Time won't wait. The question's perfectly simple. Will you agree to let the land for summer houses or not? Answer in one word, yes or no. Just one word.
Who's been smoking such disgusting cigars?
It's rather convenient that they've built the railway here. We've been to town and had lunch. The white into the middle pocket. I should like to go in for a game.
There's plenty of time.
Just one word. Give me an answer.
What about?
Yesterday there was a lot of money in this purse, but today there's hardly any. My poor Vanya feeds everyone on milk soup to economize. The old people only get dried peas from the kitchen, and I spend money like a lunatic. Oh, there, I've dropped it.
Allow me, I'll pick them up at once.
Yes, please do, Yasha. Why did I go out to lunch? To your horrid restaurant with its music, this tablecloth smelling of cheap soap. Why do you drink so much, Leonid? And why do you talk so much? Today in the restaurant you talked too much. And it was all so inappropriate. All about the 70s and the decadence. And to whom? And you're talking to waiters about decadence.
Yes, I'm incorrigible. That's obvious. What do you want, Yasha? Twirling about in front of me all the time.
I can't hear your voice without laughing.
Either he goes or I do.
Oh, go away, Yasha. Be off with you.
I'll go at once. This very minute.
Deriganov is planning to buy your estate. And he's a rich man. They say he's coming to the auction himself.
Oh, where did you hear that?
They were saying so in town.
Our aunt in Yaroslavl has promised to send us something. But we don't know how much or when.
How much will she send? 100,000? 200?
Well, 10,000, 15 perhaps, and we must be grateful for that.
Oh, forgive me, but I've never met such scatterbrained, unbusinesslike people as you before. I tell you quite plainly that your orchard's going to be sold. You don't seem to understand.
But what can we do? Tell us, what?
I tell you every day. I tell you the same thing every day, and still... Lease both the cherry orchard and the adjoining land for summer houses. Do it now, quickly. The auction's upon you. Understand? Once you definitely decide to have summer houses, you can get as much money as you want, and then you're saved.
Summer houses and summer visits. Oh, forgive me, but it's so vulgar.
I entirely agree with you.
I shall sob, or scream, or fall down in a faint. I can't go on. You wear me out. You're an old woman, that's what you are.
What?
I said you're an old woman.
Oh, no, don't go. No, stay, my dear. No, I beg you. Well, perhaps we shall think of something.
What is there to think about?
Well, don't go. No, I beg you. In spite of everything, it's more cheerful with you here. I keep waiting for something all the time, as if the house was going to fall in on us.
Double into the corner, cannon into the center.
We have sinned very much.
What are your sins?
They say I have eaten up my whole estate in sweets.
Oh, my sins. I've always squandered money without a thought, like a mad woman. And I married a man who did nothing but get into debt. My husband died of champagne. He drank frightfully. And to my misfortune, I fell in love with another man. And we lived together. And at the same time, it was my first punishment. A blow straight to the heart. Here in the river, my little boy was drowned. And I went abroad, went right away, never to return, never to see that river again. I shut my eyes and ran away. And he came after me, ruthlessly, cruelly. Oh, I bought a villa near Menton because he fell ill there. And for 3 years, I had no rest day or night. He wore me out. dried up my soul. Then last year the villa was sold to pay our debts. I went to Paris. And there he robbed me, met someone else, he left me, and I tried to poison myself. So stupid. So shameful. And suddenly, I was homesick for Russia, for my homeland, for my daughter. God, have mercy on me. Forgive me my sins. Don't punish me anymore. Yesterday I received this telegram from Paris. Begs me to forgive him. Begs me to return. Oh. It sounds like music somewhere.
Well, that's our famous Jewish orchestra. You remember, 4 violins, a flute, and a double bass.
Oh, does it still exist? Mm-hmm. We must invite them to the house and have a party. Oh.
I can't hear anything. Nope. And the German will make a Russian French if you pay him. If you pay him. I saw a very funny play at the theatre yesterday.
I'm sure it wasn't funny at all. You shouldn't look at plays. You should look at yourself more often. How grey your life is and what nonsense you talk.
It's true. One ought to admit, our life's idiotic. My father was a peasant. An idiot. He understood nothing and didn't teach me anything. Just beat me when he was drunk. Always with a stick. The fact is, I'm a blockhead and an idiot, too. I've learned nothing. My handwriting is so bad, I'm ashamed to let people see it. I write like a pig.
You ought to get married, my friend.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, to Varya. She's a good girl.
Yes.
Though she's not my own daughter, she comes of good stock, and she works all day, and most important, she loves you. And you've liked her for a long time.
Well, then, I'm willing. She's a good girl.
They've offered me a place at the bank. 6,000 rubles a year. Had you heard?
Oh, you in a bank. Oh, you stay here.
Please put this overcoat on, sir. It's getting damp.
What a bore you are, Fierce.
It won't do. You went out this morning without telling me.
How old you've got, Fierce?
What can I get you?
Madame said you got very old.
I've been alive a long time. They were about to marry me off before your father was born. When the freedom came, I was already head valet. But I didn't agree with the freedom. I stayed with my ladies and gentlemen. And I remember everyone was happy. And why they were happy, they didn't know that.
Yes, it was very good in the old days. They flogged people.
Of course. The peasants belonged to the gentry and the gentry to the peasants. But now they're all mixed up and no one understands anything.
Be quiet, Fierce. I must go to town tomorrow. I've been promised an introduction to a certain general who could give us a loan.
Nothing will come of it. And you wouldn't be able to pay the interest anyway.
He's mad. There are no generals.
Here come the young people.
Oh.
Here's Mama.
Oh, come, Anya. Varya. Oh, my darlings. If only you knew how much I love you both. Come, here, sit down beside me. That's right.
Our eternal student. Always with the ladies.
Mind your own business.
He'll be 50 soon, and he's still a student.
Oh, keep your stupid jokes to yourself.
What a funny fellow. Why are you angry?
And don't pester me.
Just let me ask you this. What do you make of me?
I think this, Yermolai Alexeyevich. You are a rich man. You will soon be a millionaire. And just as a wild beast which devours everything in its path is necessary for the balance of nature, so are you necessary.
Petya, you better tell us all about the planets.
No, let's go on with the discussion we had yesterday.
And what was it about?
The proud man.
We talked a lot yesterday, but we didn't come to any conclusion. Now, in your meaning, there is something mystic in the proud man. Perhaps you're right in your opinion, but if we are to discuss it freely, then what sense can there be in pride when man is constructed so badly physiologically, if in the vast majority of cases he is coarse, unintelligent, deeply unhappy? We ought to stop admiring each other. We ought to just work.
It's all the same when you're dead.
Who knows? And what does it mean, you're dead? Perhaps man has 100 senses, and in death only the 5 we know perish, and the remaining 95 stay alive.
How clever you are, Petya.
Oh, fearfully.
Humanity goes forward, perfecting its strengths. Everything that is unattainable for it now will come within our grasp and comprehension one day if only we work and help those who seek the truth with all our might. Here in Russia, there are very few people who work. The majority of the intelligentsia I know seek nothing, do nothing, and are incapable of work. They call themselves intelligentsia, but they speak to their servants as inferiors. They treat the peasants like animals. They don't bother to learn. They read nothing serious. They do exactly nothing. They talk about science and understand little about art. But they're all serious with stern faces. They only talk about important things. They philosophize. And right in front of our eyes, the workers eat abominably, sleep without pillows, 30 or 40 to a room, and everywhere there are bugs, stench, damp, immorality. Show me the children's nurseries they talk so much and so often about. Show me the libraries. In fact, they're only written about in novels. We have absolutely none. There's only filth, vulgarity, and barbarism. These serious faces, I fear and hate them. I'm afraid of serious conversations. We'd do better to keep quiet.
You know, I get up at 4 in the morning. I work from morning till night and, well, I handle my own and other people's money continually. And I see what people around are really like. Doesn't take long to realize how few honest, decent people there are. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I think, God, you gave us great forests, vast fields, boundless horizons. And living here, we ought to be giants.
What do you want giants for? They're only good in storybooks. In real life, they'd be frightening. There goes Epi Hodov.
There goes Epi Hodov.
The sun has set, my friends.
Yes.
Oh, goddess nature, you shine with eternal refulgence, beautiful and indifferent. You whom we call mother, unite within yourself life and death. You live and destroy.
Uncle, dear.
Uncle, you're at it again.
You'd better double the yellow into the corner.
I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet.
What was that?
I don't know. A bucket has slipped somewhere far off in the mines, maybe? Somewhere very far away.
Or perhaps some kind of bird, like a heron.
Or an owl.
Oh, it was unpleasant somehow.
It was the same before the misfortune. The owl screeched and the samovar sang all the time.
Before what misfortune?
Before the freedom.
Let's go indoors. It's getting dark. Anya? Oh, there are tears in your eyes. What's the matter, my darling?
It's all right, Mama. Nothing.
Someone's coming.
May I ask you if I can get straight to the station from here?
You can. Follow that road.
I'm deeply grateful to you. Capital weather we're having. Brother in distress, come to the Volga. You who's grown... Mademoiselle, spare a hungry Russian 30 kopecks.
There's a limit to everything. Now get along with you.
Oh, but here you are. Now take this. Oh, dear, I've got no silver. Well, never mind. Here's a gold piece for you.
I am deeply grateful to you.
I'm going. Oh, Mamma, dear, there's nothing for people to eat at home, and you gave him a gold coin.
What's to be done with me? I'm impossible. Varya, I'll give you everything I have when we get home. Yermolai Alexeyevich, you'll give me another loan, won't you?
Certainly.
Come, my friends, we really must go. Oh, and Varya, we've arranged your marriage. Congratulations.
There's a joke about it, Mamma.
Get thee to a nunnery, Ochmelia.
My hands are shaking. I haven't played billiards for a long time.
Own him, Ochmelia. Let me be remembered in thy horizons.
Come, my friends, it'll be supper time soon.
He frightened me. My heart's beating so.
Let me remind you, friends, the cherry orchard will be sold on the 22nd of August. Now think about it. Think!
I'm glad that passerby frightened Varya away. We're alone at last.
Varya's afraid we might suddenly fall in love with each other and hasn't left us for days. Her mind is too little to grasp that we are above love. The aim and meaning of our life is to avoid those petty and deceptive things that prevent us from being free and happy. Forward. We're advancing irresistibly towards the clear star which burns there far off. Forward. Don't fall behind, friends.
How well you speak. It's lovely here today.
Yes. The weather's remarkable.
What have you done to me, Pieter? That I no longer love the cherry orchard as I did before. I used to love it so tenderly. It seemed to me there wasn't a better place on earth than our cherry orchard.
All Russia's our orchard. The earth is great and beautiful, and there are many wonderful places on it. Think, Anya. Your grandfather, great-grandfather, and all your forebears were serf owners. They owned living souls. Do you not see human beings gazing at you from every tree in the orchard? From every leaf, from every trunk, don't you hear their voices? To own living souls. It's perverted, all of you. Those before you, and now you. So that your mother, you, your uncle no longer realize that you are living in debt. At the expense of others. At the expense of people you don't allow further than the hall. We're at least 200 years behind the times. We've achieved exactly nothing. No definite attitude to the past. We only philosophize, complain of boredom, or drink vodka. But it is so clear that to begin to live in the present, one must first atone for the past. Finish with it. And it is only possible to atone for it by suffering, by extraordinary, unceasing labor. Understand that, Anya.
Our house hasn't been ours for a long time, and I will leave it. I give you my word.
If you have the keys of the house, then throw them in the well and leave. Be free as the wind.
Oh, how well you said that.
Believe me, Anya, believe me. I'm not yet 30. I'm young. I'm still a student, but I've already borne so much. When it's winter, I'm hungry, sick, careworn, poor as a beggar, and where has fate not hunted me? Where have I not been? But still, every moment of the day and night, my soul is full of unquenchable hope. I can feel happiness, Anya. I already see it.
The moon is rising.
Anya, where are you? Anya, where are you?
Yes. The moon is rising. Happiness is here. It's coming. It's drawing nearer and nearer. And if we do not perceive it, do not recognize it, what does it matter? Others will recognize it. It's Varya again. It's revolting.
Does she matter? Let's go down to the river. It's nice there.
Yes, let's go.
I'm full-blooded, Vanya. Oh, I've had 2 strokes already. It's difficult to dance, but as the saying goes, when you find yourself in the pack, you may bark or not, but you must wag your tail. I've got the strength of a horse. My father, who liked to joke, God bless him, he used to talk about our family as if the ancient family of Semyonovsky was descended from that very same horse that Caligula gave a seat to in the Senate. But the trouble is, no money. No money. A hungry dog only thinks of meat, So I can only think about money.
It's true, there is something horsey about you.
Well, but the horse is a good beast. You can sell a horse.
Here comes Madame Lopakhin. Madame Lopakhin.
Shabby gentleman.
Yes, I am a shabby gentleman, and I'm proud of it.
Well, we've engaged the musicians. What do we pay them?
Oh, if only the energy which you spent during your life in the search for money to pay your interest had gone on something else, then really you could have set the world on fire eventually.
Nietzsche, the philosopher, the greatest, the most famous, a man of enormous intelligence, said in his works that it's permissible to forge banknotes.
Have you read Nietzsche?
Well, Gashenka told me.
Oh.
I'm in such a position now that if I could forge banknotes, I have to pay 310 rubles the day after tomorrow. I've got 130 already. Oh, it's the money. It's gone. I've lost the money. Oh, dear. Where is it? Here it is, in the lining. I'm even sweating. Oh, dear.
Why has Leonie been so long? What's he doing in the town? Dunyasha, offer the musicians some tea.
Yes, madame.
In all probability, the auction hasn't taken place.
The musicians arrived at the wrong time, and we started the ball at the wrong time. Oh, well, doesn't matter.
Here is a pack of cards.
Oh.
Think of anyone you like.
I thought...
Now, shuffle the pack. Good, very good. Give it here, my dear little Mr. Fishstick. 1, 2, 3. Now, look for it.
Yes.
Nine. It's in your side pocket.
the age of Spain. Absolutely right. Oh, just think of that.
Now, tell me quickly, which card is on top?
What? The Queen of Spades.
And there it is.
Oh!
Come on. Which card is on top?
Oh, the Ace of Hearts.
And there it is. What good weather we're having today.
Oh, yes, the weather really is superb, ma'am.
You're so good. You're my ideal.
You're very sweet, too, ma'am.
Just think of that. Oh, you're quite enchanting, Charlotta Ivanovna. I've fallen in love with you.
In love? Can you really love? Guter Mensch, aber schlechter Musikant.
You old horse.
Enough. All pay attention, please. One last trick. Here is a very nice plaid rug. I wish to sell it. Now, who will buy it from me?
Just think of that.
Ein, zwei, drei.
Anya!
Now, again. Ein, zwei, drei.
Oh, Vanya!
The end.
You rascal! What a woman! What a woman!
Still no Leonid. I can't understand what he's doing so long in the town. Surely everything's finished there by now. Either the estate has been sold or the auction didn't take place. So why keep us waiting in ignorance so long?
Uncle has bought it, I'm certain of that.
Oh, yes.
Anya's great-aunt sent him power of attorney to buy it in her name and transfer the debt. She's done it for Anya. I'm sure God will help and Uncle will buy it.
Great-aunt sent 15,000 from Yaroslav to buy the estate in her name. She doesn't trust us. But the money isn't enough to pay the interest. Oh, my fate is being decided today. My fate.
Madame Lopakhin.
Shabby gentlemen. They've already turned you out of the university twice.
Why are you getting so angry, Maria? He's teasing you about Lopakhin. What's the harm in that? Well, if you want to, marry Lopakhin. He's a good man and interesting. But if you don't want to, don't marry him. No one's forcing you, darling.
I take the matter seriously, Mamma. I want to be honest about it. He's a good man. I like him.
Then marry him. I don't understand what you're waiting for.
But, Mamma, I can't propose to him. For 2 years now, everyone's been talking about him to me. They all talk. But he's either silent or makes jokes. I understand. He's growing rich. He's occupied with his work. He has no time for me. If I had any money, even a little, even 100 rubles, I'd give everything up and go far away. I'd go away into a convent.
How wonderful.
I thought students were supposed to be intelligent. How ugly you've grown, Petya. How you've aged. I can't be without work, Mamma. I must have something to do every minute.
Happy Hodov's broken a billiard cue.
Why is Eppie Hodov here? Who gave him leave to play billiards? I don't understand these people.
Don't tease her, Petya. You can see she's unhappy enough as it is.
Well, she really is very industrious, but she won't mind her own business. And she hasn't given me or Anya any peace all summer for fear we might start a romance. What business is it of hers? I've never even shown any signs of it. I'm far beyond such triviality. We are above love.
I suppose that means that I am beneath love. Oh, why isn't Leonid back? If only I knew. Has the estate been sold or not? Such a disaster seems so absolutely incredible that I don't even know what to think. I'm at my wit's end. I could scream. I could do something foolish. Oh, help me, Petya. Say something. Anything.
Whether the estate has been sold today or not, isn't it all the same? Look, it was finished long ago. There's no turning back. The path's overgrown. Now be calm, my dear. For once in your life, you must look the truth straight in the face.
What truth? You see where truth is and where it isn't. but as if I'd lost my sight. I see nothing. You decide all the important questions so boldly. But, my dear, isn't that because you are young and because you haven't suffered? You look forward boldly, but isn't it because you don't see or expect anything dreadful, since life is still hidden from your young eyes? You're braver, more honest, more profound than we are. But think about it carefully. Be generous and spare my feelings a little. Why, I was born here. My father and mother and my grandmother lived here. I can't conceive of my life without the cherry orchard. And if it's so necessary to sell it, then sell me with the orchard. Oh, my little boy was drowned here. Oh, Petya, pity me. You're so good and kind.
You know I feel for you with all my soul.
Yes, I know. But you won't say differently. Differently. Oh. My heart's so heavy today, you can't imagine. It seems so noisy here. My heart jumps at every sound. I can't go away by myself. It's too dreadful to be alone in the silence. Don't blame me, Petya. I love you like my own son. I would willingly let Anya marry you. I swear I would. But, my dear boy, you know, you must study. You must finish your education. You never do anything. You just let fate hurl you about from place to place. Now, isn't that true? Isn't it? You must do something about your beard, you know, to make it grow properly. You look so funny.
I don't want to be handsome.
This telegram's from Paris. I get them every day. That wild man is ill again. Things are bad for him again. He begs me to forgive him, implores me to go back. And really, you know, I ought to go to Paris to be near him. Oh, your face is so stern, Petya. But what can I do, my dear? What can I do? He's ill. He's alone. He's unhappy. And who is there to look after him? And who is there to prevent him from doing silly things and to give me his medicine at the right time? And why hide it or be silent about it? I love him. Of course. I love him. He's a millstone about my neck. He's dragging me down to the depths. But I love him. And I can't live without him. Oh, don't think badly of me, Petya. No, don't say anything, please. No, don't.
Forgive my frankness, but he's robbed you.
No, you mustn't say that.
He's a scoundrel, everybody knows, but he's a cheap scoundrel. Nobody
No.
but you.
You're 26 or 7 years old and you're still a schoolboy.
All right.
You should be a man at your age. You should understand about love. Yes, you ought to be in love yourself. You should be in love. Yes. You're not really pure. You're a little prig, a ludicrous freak, a monster. I'm above love. You're not above love. You're an old idiot, as old First would say. Yes, fancy not having a mistress at your age.
This is horrible. What is he saying? This is horrible. I can't. I'm horrible.
No, Petya.
Everything is over between us.
No, Petya, wait. I was joking, you silly boy. Oh, no, Petya. Oh, what is it? Petya, fallen down. Oh, what a funny boy Petya is. Oh, now, Petya. Oh, my dear good boy. I do beg your pardon. Come, let's dance. Come along.
Well, Grandad?
I'm not well. In the old days, generals, barons, admirals used to dance at our balls. But now we invite the post office clerk and the station master. Even they don't come too willingly. I'm getting weak. The old master, their grandfather, treated everyone with sealing wax for illness. I've taken sealing wax every day for 20 years and more. Perhaps that's why I'm still alive.
You bore me, Grandad. Oh, I wish you'd die soon.
And you're an idiot.
Oh, Mr. Down, I'm tired.
There.
Someone said just now in the kitchen that the cherry orchard had been sold.
Sold? Who to?
He didn't say who to. He's gone.
It was some gossiping old man, a stranger.
Andrei's not back yet. He's got his night overcoat on, his spring one. You catch cold before we know where we are. Oh, these youngsters.
I shall die. Yasha, go and find out who it's sold to.
But the old man left ages ago.
What are you laughing at?
Happy Hodolph's so funny, so silly. 22 misfortunes.
Pierce, if the estate is sold, where will you go?
I'll go wherever you tell me.
You look ill, Pierce. You ought to be in bed.
Oh, yes, I can go to bed. But without me, who will serve here? Who will be in charge? I'm the only one in the whole house.
Lyubov Andreevna, let me ask you something, please.
Well?
If you go to Paris again, be so good as to take me with you. It's absolutely impossible for me to stay here. What is there to say? You can see for yourself. The country's backward, the people are immoral. Besides, it's so boring. The food in the kitchen is terrible, and Fierce is always going about muttering the most unsuitable things. Take me with you, please. Please.
Dearest lady, let me ask you for a little waltz. All the same, Enchantress, I must have 180 little rubles from you. I must just 180 little rubles.
The mistress has ordered me to dance. There are so many gentlemen, but few ladies. Dancing makes me giddy. My heart's thumping, Sophia Nikolaevich. The post office clerk said something to me just now that quite took my breath away.
What did he say to you then?
Like a flower, he said.
Ignorance.
Like a flower. I'm such a sensitive soul. I'm dreadfully fond of tender wear.
You come to a bad end, you will. Yes, you will.
You don't want to see me, Avdotya Fyodorovna? As if I were some sort of insect. Ah, life.
What is it you want?
You're probably right, indubitably. But certainly, if you look at it from my point of view, then, if you'll permit me the evaluation and will excuse my frankness, you have reduced me to a complete state of mind. I know my lot. Some misfortune or other happens to me every day. But I've long ago been accustomed to it and survey my fate with a smile. You gave me your word, and although
I beg you, let's talk later, but leave me in peace till then. I'm falling into a reverie just now.
Yes, every day some misfortune befalls me, and I allow myself this evaluation, that I smile at it and can even laugh.
Haven't you gone yet, Semyon? Really, you're a very unsatisfactory fellow. Be off, Dunyasha.
Oh.
You've been playing billiards. You've broken a cue, and you're walking about the drawing room like a guest.
Permit me to convey to you that you cannot call me to account.
I'm not calling you to account. I'm telling you. You do nothing but walk about from place to place and don't do your work. We employ you as a clerk. Oh, heaven knows why.
Whether I work, or walk about, or eat, or play billiards, only people older and cleverer than me can criticize me.
How dare you talk to me like that? How dare you? I suppose that means I don't understand anything. Get out of here this minute.
I beg you to express yourself in a more delicate manner.
Get out of here this minute. Get out. 22 misfortunes. Don't let me catch you in here again. Do you hear?
I will complain about you.
Ah, you're coming back, are you? Where's that stick? I'm ready for you. Come on, then. Come on. Come on, I'll show you. You're coming, are you? Are you? Then take that.
Thank you very much.
I beg your pardon.
Not at all. Thank you for the friendly welcome.
Don't mention it. I didn't hurt you, did I?
Oh, no, it's nothing. There'll just be an enormous bump.
Oh, yes, here he is in person.
Yermolai. Oh, you smell slightly of brandy, dear heart. But we're enjoying ourselves here, too, eh?
But you, Yermolai Alexeyevich, why you been so long? Where's Leonid?
Leonid Andreevich came back with me. He's coming.
Well, then, was there an auction? Tell me.
The auction was over at 4. We missed the train. Had to wait till 9:30. My head's going round.
Take these. Here.
Oh, Leonia, please. Tell me quickly, for God's sake.
The mantra is Kurt Herrings. I've eaten nothing all day. How I've suffered. 7 and 8. I'm fearfully tired. Help me change, Fierce.
But the auction, tell us.
Has the cherry orchard been sold?
It has been sold.
Who bought it?
I bought it.
Oh.
Your keys.
I bought it. Wait a bit, friends, please. Now, please. My headaches. I can't speak. When we arrived at the auction, Deriganov was already there. Leon Andreevich only had 15,000. But Deriganov bid 30,000 over and above the mortgage straight up. I see. That's how it is. So I closed with him. I bid 40. He went to 45. I bid 50. He went up in 5s, I in 10s. Well, it finished. I bid 90,000 above the mortgage, and the bidding rested with me. Now the cherry orchard is mine. Mine. My God, dear God, the cherry orchard is mine. Well, tell me that I'm drunk, that I'm out of my mind. It's all my imagination. Oh, don't laugh at me. If my father and grandfather could rise from their graves and see all that's happened, how their Yermolai, their beaten, ignorant Yermolai who ran barefoot in winter, how this same Yermolai has bought the estate, which is more beautiful than anywhere in the world. I've bought the estate where my father and grandfather were serfs, where they weren't even allowed into the kitchen. I'm asleep. I'm dreaming. It only seems it's happened. It's all the work of your imagination, which the darkness of ignorance has kept hidden. She's thrown down the keys. She wants to show she isn't mistress here any longer. Well, it's all the same. Hey there, musicians! Play up! I want to hear you! Well, come on, all of you! And see how Yermolai Lopakhin will take an axe to the cherry orchard, how the trees will come crashing to the ground. We will build summer houses, and our grandsons and great-grandsons will see a new life here! Music! Play! Why didn't you listen to me? Oh, my poor dear, you can't go back now. Oh, if only this were quickly over with. If only our awkward, unhappy life could be quickly changed.
She's crying. Let's go into the ballroom, Yermolai. Let her be by herself. Let's go.
Well, play loudly, musicians. Let everything be as I wish it.
Here comes the new landowner. The owner of the cherry orchard. Oh, I can pay for everything.
Mama, you cry. Oh, my dear, sweet, good Mama. I love you. The cherry orchard is sold. It's gone now. That's true. It's true. Don't cry, Mama. You still have a life ahead. You have your good, pure soul. We'll go. We'll go, dearest Mama. Away from here. We'll go. We will plant a new orchard. More splendid than this. And you will see it, and everything will make sense then. And happiness, a deep, quiet happiness, will come down into your soul like the sun at evening. And you will smile, Mama. Let's go, dearest. Let's go.
Thank you, brothers. Thank you.
The common people have come to say goodbye. In my opinion, Yermolai Alexeyevich, they're good people, but they don't understand much.
You gave them your purse, Luba. That was wrong.
I couldn't help it.
Please, I ask very humbly a little glass at parting. I didn't think to bring any from town, and I only found one bottle at the station. Please. Here, open it, Yasha. Now then, friends, don't you want any? If I'd known, I wouldn't have brought any. Well, I'm not going to drink it. Here, you have a drink anyway, Yasha.
Here's to those who are departing, and good luck to those who stay. Ugh, this champagne isn't the real thing, I can tell you.
8 rubles a bottle. Ooh, yeah. It's devilish cold here.
They didn't light the stove today. It's all the same as we're leaving.
What is it?
I'm happy.
October has come, but it's as sunny and calm as summer. Good building weather. Now, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the train goes in 46 minutes' time. That means we must leave for the station in 20 minutes. Make haste.
Well, it must be time to go. The horses are ready. Oh, the devil knows where my galoshes are. They've disappeared. Vanya, I can't find my galoshes.
And I must go to Kharkov. I'll come with you on the train. I shall stay in Kharkov all winter. I've been hanging about here with you, and I'm tired out from nothing to do. I can't be without work. I don't know what to do with my hands. They hang about so oddly as if they didn't belong to me.
Well, we're leaving now, and you can take up your profitable labours again.
Do have a glass.
No, thank you. I don't like it.
You're off to Moscow now?
Yes. I'll see them off in town, and tomorrow, Moscow.
Yes. The professors probably aren't giving their lectures. Everyone's waiting till you arrive.
It's not your business.
How long have you been studying at the university?
Oh, think of something newer. That one's old and stale. You know, Yermolai, we shan't see each other again, I dare say. So let me give you a piece of advice at parting. Don't wave your arms about so. Get out of the habit of waving your arms about. I'm building summer houses, reckoning in time that summer visitors will become individual landowners, reckoning like that. It's just waving your arms about again. Nevertheless, I'm fond of you. You have fine, delicate hands, like an artist. You have a fine, delicate soul.
Goodbye, my dear fellow. If you need it, take some money for the journey.
Why to me? I don't need it.
But you haven't any.
I have. Thank you. I got some for a translation. Here it is in my pocket. But my galoshes aren't here.
Take your beastly galoshes.
Why are you angry, Varian? Oh, these aren't my galoshes.
I sowed 1,000 acres of poppies in the spring, and now I've made some 40,000 profit. But when my poppies are in bloom, it was like a picture. As I say, I made 40,000 profit, and that means I offer you a loan because I can afford to. Come on, why turn up your nose at it? I'm a peasant without ceremony.
Your father was a peasant, mine a chemist, but that proves absolutely nothing, dear. Now, leave it. If you gave me 200,000, I wouldn't take it. I'm a free man. And everything that all of you, rich and poor alike, value so highly and so dearly has not the least power over me. It's like fluff which blows in the air. I can do without you. I can pass you by. I am strong and proud. Humanity is going on to the highest truth, the highest happiness which is possible on earth, and I am in the vanguard.
Will you get there?
I'll get there. Well, I'll get there, or well, show others the way to get there.
Well, goodbye, my dear Petya. It's time to go. You and I have our differences, but life goes on just the same. When I work for a long time without tiring, then the meaning is easier. And it seems as if I know why I exist. But how many people in Russia, brother, exist without knowing why? It's all the same, that's not the point. They say Leonid Andreevich has taken a post in the bank for 6,000 a year. He won't stay. He's too lazy.
Mama asked him not to cut down the orchard until she is gone.
Really? You have no tact.
Oh, at once, of course. You're right.
Yasha, have they taken Fiers to hospital?
I told them this morning. I assume they've taken him.
Yepikhodov, please ask if they've taken Fiers to hospital.
I told Igor this morning. Why ask a dozen times?
That aged Fiers, in my definitive opinion, is not fit to be mended. It's time he joined his forefathers. I can only envy him.
22 misfortunes.
Have they taken Fiers to hospital?
Yes, they have.
Then why didn't they take the letter to the doctor?
Oh, we must send after them.
Yasha, your mother's come. She wants to say goodbye.
She tries my patience.
Oh, Yasha, only you give me one little look. You're going away. You're leaving me.
Why cry, Dunyasha? In 6 days I shall be in Paris again. Tomorrow we shall be in the express train, and off we go. You won't see us for dust. I can hardly believe it. Vive la France. It doesn't suit me here. I can't live. There's nothing to do. I've seen enough ignorance. I've had enough. Why cry? Behave yourself properly, then you won't have to cry.
Oh, send me a letter from Paris. I've loved you, Yasha. I've loved you so. I'm such a tender creature, Yasha.
They're coming.
Oh.
We ought to go. There's not much time left.
Who smells of herring?
In 10 minutes, we must get into the carriage. Goodbye, dear house. Winter will pass, spring will come, and you will not be here anymore. They will tear you down. How much these walls have seen. Oh, Anya, my treasure. You're radiant. Your eyes are sparkling like diamonds. Are you glad? Very glad?
Very. A new life is beginning, Mama.
It's true. Everything is all right now. We were all upset before the cherry orchard was sold, but then, when the question was finally decided irrevocably, we all became calm, even cheerful. I'm an employee of the bank. I'm a financier now. I popped the yellow into the middle, and you, Luba, you look better without a doubt, in spite of everything.
Yes, my nerves are better, and I'm sleeping better, too. Oh, take my things out, Yasha. It's time.
Very good.
Oh, my little daughter. We shall see each other again soon. I'm going to Paris. I shall live on the money that your great-aunt sent to buy the estate with. God bless our great-aunt. I'm afraid the money won't last very long, though.
Mama, you will return soon, won't you?
I will study, I'll take my examinations at school, and then I'll work to help you. We'll read all sorts of books together, Mamma, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
We will read in the autumn evenings, and a wonderful new world will open out before us. Oh, Mamma, come back.
I'll come back, my precious.
It's nearly time to go.
Happy Charlotta. She's singing.
My little baby, bedtime. My dear, my darling boy. Oh, I'm so sorry for you. So, you will find me a place, please. I cannot go on like this.
We'll find you something, Charlotta Ivanovna, don't worry.
Everyone's abandoning us. We've suddenly become unnecessary.
There is nowhere for me to live in town. I must go away. La, 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 la. It's all the same.
My friends! Oh!
The wonder of nature.
Let me get my breath back. I'm tired out. My very respected... Oh, give me some water.
If you come for money, I'm your humble servant. But I won't be tempted.
I've not been here for ages, dearest lady. Oh, you're here, Yermolai. I'm glad to see you. You're a man of enormous intelligence. Here, take this. 400 rubles. I only owe you 840 now.
I must be dreaming. Where did you get it?
Wait a bit. It's hot. The most extraordinary thing. Some Englishman came and found some sort of white clay on my land. And 400 for you. Wonderful, amazing lady. The rest later. A young man was telling me on the train that a certain famous philosopher advises people to jump off roofs. Jump, he says, and that solves the whole problem. Just think of that. Oh, water.
Who were these Englishmen?
I've leased them the part with the clay on for 25 years. Now, excuse me, I must go. I must leap on. I'm going to Znaikov's and Karahamonov's. I owe them all. Good day. I'll call on Thursday.
We're just leaving for town, and tomorrow I go abroad.
What? Oh, why to town? Oh, now I see. The furniture and the suitcases. Well... Never mind. Never mind. People of the greatest intelligence, these English. Never mind. Be happy. God will help you. Never mind. Everything in this world comes to an end. And when you hear that my end has come, remember this same horse and say, there used to be a man called Simeonov Pischi. God preserve him. It's the most wonderful weather. Yes. Dashenka sends her compliments.
Now we can go. But two things are worrying me. The first is, Fierce is ill.
Mamma, they've already taken Fierce to hospital. Yasha took him this morning.
My other worry is Varya. She's used to getting up early and working. But now, without anything to do, she's like a fish out of water. Oh, she's become so thin and pale. She cries a lot, poor child. You know very well, Yermolai Alexeyevich, that I have dreamed of marrying her to you. And everything seemed to show that you would get married. Oh, but Anya, just go. She loves you, And you're fond of her, and I really don't know why you avoid each other. I don't understand.
I don't understand either. It's altogether strange somehow. If there's still time, I'm ready this minute. Let's settle it now. Come, once and for all.
Splendid.
But without you here, I feel I'll never propose.
But why? You only need a moment. I'll call her at once.
Unfortunately, there's some champagne. Oh, they're empty. Someone's already drunk it. Yasha, I call that lapping it up.
Wonderful. Yasha, Ali. I'll call her. Vanya. Vanya, come here. Come along. Leave everything. Come here.
Odd, I can't find it anywhere.
What are you looking for?
I packed it myself, but I don't remember where.
Where are you going now, Varvara Mikhailovna?
The Ragulins. I've agreed to look after the house. To be their housekeeper, I suppose you'd call it.
To Yashnevo. That'll be 70 miles. Well, this is the end of life in this house.
But where is it? Perhaps I put it in the trunk. Yes, this is the end of life in this house. There'll be no more of it.
And I'm going to Kharkov now, by this train. Well, I have a lot to do. But I'm leaving Epihodov here. I've taken him on.
Really?
Well, if you remember, snow had already fallen at this time last year, but now it's mild and sunny. It's cold. It's 3 degrees of frost.
I haven't looked. And our barometer's broken.
Yamalai Alexeyevich!
Coming. Coming!
Well? We must go.
I shall get to the Ragulins today, if only we don't miss the train.
Anya, put your things on. Come, everyone. Leonine, Charlotte. Now we can be on our way. On our way.
My friends, my dear beloved friends, forsaking this house forever, how can I be silent? How can I restrain myself from expressing my feelings on parting, which fill up my whole being?
Uncle, dear, it's not necessary.
Oh, I put the white in the center. I'll be quiet.
Well, friends, time to go.
Let me hold off my coat.
I shall stay a moment longer. It's as if I'd never seen the walls or the ceilings of this house before. And now I look at them with such tender love, such memories.
Yes. I remember when I was 6, on a Whit Sunday, I sat in this window and watched Father going to church.
Have they taken out all the luggage?
Yeah, everything, I think. Epihodov, see that everything's in order.
Don't worry, Yamalai Alexeyevich.
What's the matter with your voice?
I've just drunk some water. I've swallowed something. What ignorance.
We're going. Not a soul will remain here.
Till the spring.
Well, let's get into the carriage, friends. It's time now. The train will be in soon.
Yetcha, your glasses are here. By the suitcase. How dirty and old they are. Let's go, friends.
The train, the station, cannon into the center, double the white into the corner.
Let's go.
Is everyone here? No one in there?
There are some things stored here. It must be locked. Let's go.
Goodbye, house. Goodbye, old life.
Welcome, new life.
There, until spring. Come along, friends. Goodbye. Goodbye. My sister. My sister.
Oh, my beloved, beautiful orchard. My life, my youth, my happiness. Goodbye. Goodbye. And to look for the last time at the walls, the windows. And Mama used to love this room.
My sister. My sister.
We're coming.
It's locked. He's gone. He's forgotten about me. Never mind. I'll sit here. Leonid Andreevich probably hasn't put on his fur coat. He's gone in his light overcoat. I didn't see to it. These youngsters. Everybody's so away. Life has gone as though I hadn't lived. I lie down. You've no strength. Nothing left. Nothing. Oh, you old idiot.
In The Cherry Orchard, by Anton Chekhov, translated by Richard Cottrell, Gwen Franklin Davis played the part of Madame Ranevskaya. Kenneth Haig, Lopakhin, Anna Massey, Varya, Robert Harris, Gayev, Sinead Cusack, Anya, Terry Scully, Trofimov, Patricia Routledge, Charlotta, Rolf Lefevre, Fierce, Timothy Bateson, Semyonov Pishchik, Andrew Sachs, Yepichodov, Elizabeth Reville, Dunyasha, Hugh Ross, Yasha. The play was produced by John Tidyman.